Hi.
Will is our greenhouse manager.
Nice to meet you, Miller. Thank you for coming.
Will's going to be giving you a tour of the greenhouse.
Cool.
Yeah, we're very excited. Come on in. Thank you for coming. This is our geothermal greenhouse, and we're very excited to have it finally officially opening.
What does geothermal mean?
Yeah.
Is it, like the technologies?
Yeah, so we've got these two big HVAC units here at the back, and they're connected to a heat pump that's pumping water through those pipes that you see, down under our feet, straight down 455 feet down. And that water's picking up the heat of the earth as it passes through, bringing it back up, and then exchanging in the HVAC units.
Good to see you. Sorry.
Oh, no problem at all.
Okay. Hi.
And then blowing warm air out at the end. And what's really cool is we can actually switch that too in the summer. Already it's pretty hot, so in a couple months you can imagine it'll get 120, 130 degrees in here, and we can switch that around to provide AC as well. And thank you for the CCE program. We're using that to power this system using 100% renewable energy. So we're very happy about that. And that allows us to keep this space a zero emission space.
What temperature do greenhouses need to be kind of throughout the winter?
Yeah, so for the winter we were keeping it at about 55 to 60 degrees at night, and then letting it get up as high as we could basically in the day. So it depends on the sunlight, of course, but yeah, just enough to keep a lot of cool crops growing and a lot of the warm-loving crops alive, basically. Right?
Can you also show the mayor what seedlings we have?
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
pick one up? And this is the,
Yeah.
Which one can I give you?
Let's grab some rosemary here. So not a seedling, but we have some fresh rosemary here. Give it a sniff.
Smells so good.
And we've got, it's big time seedling season, so we've got some tomatillos, we've got some tomatoes coming in. And yeah, just all sorts of stuff. Peppers are coming in.
Where is most of this going now?
So we run a seedling sale in May, and aside from that, we put these out in our other gardens, grow some here, and give the food away, sell it, whatever we can do. Yeah.
We're going to get the speakings program started in a minute here. Roberto's going to do the welcome. After that, we have someone to introduce our mayor, someone from our nature program, a little person who's hanging around somewhere here. And then the mayor will speak, and then the mayor will invite others to the podium to speak as well. Thank you all for being here. It is so wonderful to see all these beautiful faces, and this is such a loving and supporting family. I'm emotional. My name is Kanan, but I'll be back here to say some more things. But right now, I'm going to give it to Roberto Gomez, who is with the Eastie Farms Living Lands program.
Thank you, Kanan. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I want to, before I speak, make sure that everybody went to the churro bar. That churro bar is awesome. Thank you, Fernando. And of course, everyone who's here. I want to say welcome to Eastie Farm. If you look around, we are inside this wonderful greenhouse. There was a tour that was given earlier, but people are welcome to get the tour afterwards. So please stick around. I want to welcome Michelle Wu, where's she at? Oh, there you are. Mayor Wu, our wonderful and amazing Mayor Wu. Mayor Wu, Chief White Hammond, I believe.
Chief White Hammond.
All right. There. I want to make, yes, if you come in here, thank you. Welcome. We're happy to have you. Chief Dillon as well. Yes, thank you.
All the chiefs are
Yeah, I know, everyone's hiding today. It's spring, you will be blooming soon, so you can't hide for long. And of course, there's so many more people in this room that are familiar faces to us, supporters. I want to say thank you to everyone present, especially the city and state officials. Thank you so much. And with that, our friends, our funders, the students, yeah, and, and when I say students, the students of Eastie Farm. the wonderful students of Eastie Farm and everyone in the large family of Eastie Farm as well. And I know I said students, but special welcome to our students in our nature program. Yeah. And these are students from present here. They're from Dante Alighieri Montessori School. I'm Roberto. I'm with Living Lands, and what we do here is we try to follow the spirit of the natives who steward this land before us, and we put that in practice. That is in us. That is who we are, and we use the land. We believe it should benefit all living things, and in harmony with nature. And when we say that, right behind us, there's a mulberry tree. There's a few of them. They stand here, obviously, with beauty, but they also stand here to provide shade, and reduce the heat, hold soil together, and provide the wonderful sweet berries, their fruits. We have placed this greenhouse back here where it's at, so to let them exist where they were first and where they are. So you'll find the greenhouse itself is a demonstration of climate-friendly community. It's sensitive development as well. And we welcome you again. Please stick around to take a tour. We would love to share what we have with everyone in this room. Now I will be introducing a budding poet who will then introduce our mayor. And of course, we'll go back to Kanan, our director, at some point to offer thanks and invite the mayor for the cutting ribbon ceremony. Okay. So this young person graduated from Eastie Farms Junior Farmers Program 2 years ago, right? And now she's in the Eastie Farm Nature Program with Heather. Where's Heather O'Brien? There's. And there she's at the Alighieri School. She's going to read a poem she wrote and introduce the mayor. And with no further ado, Yara Muniv.
Hi, my name is Yara, and I'm going to read my poem called The Dusty Road. I walk down a dusty road as the breeze grazes my cheek. I walk past an empty lot. It looks so sad and lonely, with trash floating in the wind. Everything is gray, limp, and bent. Everything but little sprouts coming out of the cement. When summer approaches, I return to the vacant lot. I see glowing flowers, plants busting with fruit, trees blooming with blossoms, and the sweetest scent fills the air. At last, I see my sprouts. But they are no longer sprouts. They've grown bigger and stronger. Just like my little sprouts in their vacant lot, hope has appeared in my heart. I'm happy to welcome the Mayor of Boston, Michelle Will.
One more round of applause for Yara. Amazing. Good morning, everyone. I know we've been waiting for this moment for a long time, for spring to come finally, and for the official ribbon cutting of this incredible community space. I want to thank Kanan, of course, and Roberto, and everyone who's been involved with Eastie Farm from that original one lot and little plot now to 7 different sites across the neighborhood, so many programs and tons of food being donated out and created to nourish community members. So thank you especially to our students who are here. You all are truly the reason why we do this work, the reason why it's fun, and we are so excited. I'm told that the idea for this greenhouse itself actually came from students who came and visited 4 years ago. And so the ideas that you have just walking around here today, make sure to tell Kana and we'll have more things come out of it in the next couple of years. I want to acknowledge my colleagues from elected office and from the city who are here as well. We have your district city councilor, Gigi Coletta, who's here, over here. We have your power duo of city councilors at large who are here, Julia Mejia and Rutu Lujen. State Representative Adrian Maduro, new papa times 2. State Senator Lydia Edwards. And then from our team, Shawnee Fletcher, Director of Grow Boston, which is our Office of Urban Ag. We've had a busy couple of days getting ready for spring with lots of events. Chief of Energy, Environment, and Open Space, Reverend Mariama Whitehammond. Chief of Housing, Sheila Dillon. Our city, I believe our city's Green New Deal Director, Oliver, may be here. I didn't see him yet, but Oliver Sellers Garcia. Environment Commissioner, Allison Brizius. Program Manager for Grow Boston, Teresa Strachilla. Thank you, thank you. Our Chief of Community Engagement, Brianna Malore, is in the house. And two of our most important leaders in this neighborhood working for the city are East Boston Neighborhood Services Liaison Natalia Benitez, where's Natalia? And our citywide, but does so much more, Latino Community Liaison Gladys Oliveros. Okay, so that wasn't, I used up all my time already thanking people. So I'm gonna go really fast on this part. You know, we all know why this matters, and we see how much of a difference it makes in East Boston and in the city of Boston. And then some days, every once in a while, we get these reminders of why it matters. What we're doing here matters across the entire world as well. There was a report that just came out, one of many that the United Nations has put out, warning us from thousands of scientists across the world how close we are to the point of no return when it comes to climate impacts really affecting everything about how humans can live and where we can live and how healthy and safe our communities will be. We have seen, even here in Boston, changing weather patterns and more extreme storms, heat, droughts, floods, and even cold snaps in Arctic air like we saw in February. So we did have a cold day for school closed then, even if we haven't had any snow days. We have seen damage to some of the world's most vulnerable ecosystems, and so the entire world has to be acting with urgency, which means people are looking around saying, what are the ways that we can do things differently and better and faster and more with community? And they're looking right here to this geothermal greenhouse for Eastie Farms in East Boston. As a coastal city, Boston is on the front lines of climate change. And everyone who has been involved in planting and getting your hands in the dirt knows that farming and harvesting our food, you see how much and how fast that change is happening. Food isn't just for nutrition, it's not just for nourishment, it's also how we connect with each other, with Mother Nature, and with our communities. And so today we are officially unveiling, although it's up and running a little bit, and celebrating the spring equinox here at Eastie Farm with Massachusetts' first ever zero-emission geothermal greenhouse. As I mentioned, the idea of this first came from Boston Public School students who visited in 2019 wanting to come in the winter. And without the ability to heat, there was not much to see. But today, the greenhouse is the latest example of Eastie Farms' commitment to promoting sustainable agriculture through community input and engagement year-round. Geothermal heating and cooling combined with the city's community choice electricity program. Thank you, Chief Whitehammond. This greenhouse is using the city's 100% green energy option, which makes the operations here truly zero emission, not net zero, but 0-0. This greenhouse is a hub for community gardening, education, and food production with a focus on providing access to fresh, healthy, locally grown produce year-round. And so I want to thank everyone who's been involved, our many offices at the city, from Grow Boston, Housing, Food Justice, Energy and Environment, Agricultural Resources, for helping to fund this project. And most of all, I want to thank everyone at Eastie Farm, the many, many residents who have volunteered your time, who have donated your resources, and who continue to invest in community through your energy and love in sustaining this place and the many connections that are created here. We see from what's happening here that our best solutions, the ones that come from community, often tackle multiple issues at once, right? Healthy foods, clean environment, 100% renewable energy, job training, workforce development, education, and leadership from our young people. So I look forward to seeing and tasting all the wonderful things to come from this greenhouse in the months ahead. Ok, un poco en español para los residentes que hablan español. Como ciudad costera, Boston está en primera línea de cambio climático. Y quienes plantan, cultivan y cosechan nuestros alimentos ven de primera mano todos los días cómo la actividad humana está afectando a la tierra. Los alimentos no son solo una fuente de nutrición y alimento, sino también un medio de conexión entre nosotros y con la naturaleza. Es por eso que estoy tan emocionada de unirme a Eastie Farm con todos ustedes para celebrar el equinoccio de primavera con la inauguración del primer invernadero geotermal de cero emisiones de Massachusetts. Inspirado por primera vez en el 2019 por los estudiantes de las escuelas públicas de Boston que querían visitar la granja en invierno. Ese invernadero es solo el último ejemplo del compromiso de Eastie Farm con la promoción de la agricultura sostenible a través de la aportación y el compromiso de la comunidad. La calefacción y la refrigeración geotérmicas combinadas con la opción de energía totalmente verde de Community Choice Electricity de Boston hacen que las operaciones aquí sean verdaderamente de cero emisiones, no neta cero, sino realmente cero. Ese invernadero servirá como centro de jardinería comunitaria, educación y producción de alimentos con el objetivo de proporcionar acceso a productos frescos, sanos y cultivados localmente durante todo el año. Quiero dar las gracias a todas las oficinas y colaboradores en la comunidad y gracias por crear y proteger este recurso y por demostrar que nuestras mejores soluciones, las que abordan múltiples problemas a la vez, vienen de capacitar a nuestras comunidades para crear las cosas que necesitan. Estoy deseando ver y probar todas las cosas maravillosas que saldrán de ese invernadero en los próximos meses. Gracias.
Good morning, ideas. Come on, Johnny.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor. Is it on? Okay, great. So hi, everyone. I'm Shawnee Fletcher, the Director of Grow Boston, the Office of Urban Agriculture. Thank you. I just wanted to say a couple things. I remember talking with Conan, probably must have been 4.5 years ago, saying, we have this weird parcel at MOH that's by these billboards behind these houses. Would you want to turn it into an urban farm? And to see how far it's come is really exciting. You've done a great job. The community's vision is realized, which is so great. And I'm so happy that we were able to pair that community vision with city resources. Our great grassroots program invested in this in addition to the land and the CPA. There was a lot of CPA funds that went into it. There are a lot of state funds that went into it. So it's really been such a good collaboration of community ideas and excitement and public resources. And so really congratulations to Eastie Farm and to the community. And I think it's really exciting we got to all be here and celebrate together. So thank you.
And I know we want to get to the ribbon cutting, but I want to make sure our elected colleagues get to say a word. So any elected officials come up, I want everyone come up at the same time, and then we can all self-introduce.
So I'm just honored to be here today and just acknowledge all of the hands that went into planting this incredible seed. One person that also needs to be shouted out is our very own East Boston's Rosa Ruda, who works for the department. She works for the Department of Agriculture that helped with the $50,000 grant also. So again, so many hands went into planting this wonderful seed, and to see it bear this incredible fruit of community, of connection, also knowing that there were also labor and unions were part of helping to be part of the infrastructure is wonderful to see. So I just wanted to say thank you. We have a citation on behalf of the East Boston delegation to be given out to the Eastie Farm, and yeah, I want to be brief.
Awesome. Good morning, everybody. I'm so excited to be here to celebrate two things. So the spring equinox, which symbolizes rebirth, new beginnings. It's very spiritual for a lot of us. It means a lot for a lot of us here, as well as the opening of this first in the state. That's the first time I heard that. First in the state geothermal greenhouse. Eastie Farm has had a wonderful trajectory. I remember, Kanan, when you first came in front of the JP&A Civic Association to talk about this idea and the way that you've blossomed and bloomed, and there's going to be many flower puns today. The way that this program has blossomed, you've created food access and security by providing whole and nutritious food in close proximity across all socioeconomic levels. You've demonstrated climate solutions by making this carbon negative. My understanding is that this sequesters carbon from the atmosphere when the vegetation is actually up and running, which is incredible. The green stormwater infrastructure, this is a model that should be and can be replicated across the country. So just congratulations to you. And then the last thing I just want to say really quick is that Eastie Farm is more than just a farm. It invests in and creates community, as seen with these wonderful future climate leaders. But then also this space has created such a great opportunity for all of us to come together and celebrate everything that makes us beautiful. So just congratulations, Kanan, to you and all the volunteers.
Buenos días, ¿cómo está toda mi gente? Un placer estar aquí con todos ustedes. I just wanted to just uplift and thank Kanan for not only being so relentless about this advocacy, but helping to also educate me on some of the work that we all need to do to create space for everyone to understand that when immigrants came to this country, we already came here with skills on how to garden, because that's what we did back in our own land, right? And so having space here dedicated here in the city of Boston for us to be able to continue with that tradition speaks volumes, because what we're doing is making sure that the little ones never forget where they came from. So I just want to say thank you for that, and also thank you for your partnership during COVID. We worked directly with our office to help inform people about the importance of not just growing, but giving back to people. So you have a partner in me, and I just want to say thank you to everyone for showing up and always supporting Eastie Farm. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ruth Louisiane, at-large city councilor. I think everyone has said everything already, but it's just so amazing to have our young people here and to really have them centered in the work of building towards a better future. And so something that the mayor said, you know, I think that the idea was just, we turned to Kanan and said, hey, we have this space. Do you want to create something? So much of what we should be doing as government leaders should always be looking to you for the solutions. We have some of the materials to make it happen, but the ideas really reside in community. Us here as elected officials, it's not about us, it's about us working together in partnership with all of you who have the ideas and the energy to really dream for better futures for all of us. So thank you for all of your work. Thank you for your leadership that we all hope to follow as elected officials. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Adrian Madro, incredibly proud to be the state rep here in East Boston. What a way to celebrate spring. I think spring officially kicked off yesterday, perhaps, so it's fitting that we're here cutting the ribbon on the geothermal greenhouse. Kanan, to you and the team, congratulations. I remember 2015 when we started the conversation about that little vacant plot of land on Sumner Street, and to see the growth. Now 7 sites, a historic investment in this building here that is really a model for Boston, for Massachusetts, and for the country of what can be done in an urban area to uplift community. And one of the things I think is so beautiful about Eastie Farm, from its inception on Sumner Street and that vacant plot of land to this geothermal greenhouse, every step of the way, this has been community-driven solutions to address issues in the community, whether healthy and nutritious food, food insecurity, workforce development. Eastie Farm really does check a lot of boxes. So incredibly excited and proud of all the work that you've been doing here in East Boston. And I want to just give a special shout out to my wife, Ariel, who's here. She gave birth to our second son, Nico, 2 weeks ago. This is Nico's first public event, folks. And Kanan, just know that you have your newest Eastie Farm volunteer right here. So congrats, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. So excited. Water bottle down here. So thank you all. That was all incredible. Everything that needed to be said, I feel like, has been said. And I think the mayor only has a few more minutes before. Okay. So I'm just here to say thank you. Because the ideas, as the mayor said, the original idea for the greenhouse came from a student of BPS. And then we took it on when the opportunities came to make it a reality for them to come out and enjoy farming, which they think of as a break, by the way. They don't think of it as education. They get to work with their hands and they can mess things up and blame somebody else. It's very nice. And so it was really their idea. We want something to do in the winter times to make it possible for us. And that was the seed. And eventually, when it became possible through funding from the state and more funding from the city and then local funding, then we said, okay, we're going to make what the kids wanted happen. And now it's here. The next site over from here is owned by BPS, by the way. They're letting us use the site for staging and whatnot, which is very nice. Thank you. And at the same time, we're very excited that there's going to be a school there. And we want to make the greenhouse a part and parcel of their curriculum at every grade level. So we really can't wait to make that happen. So if I didn't say my name, I don't have a name tag. Kanan. And spring equinox, people wonder what that is. What are we celebrating? Like 21st, 22nd March, what are we celebrating? We're celebrating one world where in these few days, the length of the day and the length of the night are the same or equal. And this is one of the rarest moments. There are only two like that in the year when we have that entire world getting to have an equal day and equal night. From now on, in the northern hemisphere where we are, the length of the day is going to increase. And that warms the soil, that melts the ice and the snow, that flows the water, that feeds the seeds, that germinate, then they become seedlings and they bloom and blossom. Somebody said that's going to be used a lot today. Yes, it is. And then they turn into vegetables and fruits and feed all of us. And all life on earth depends on plants one way or the other. And this is the beginning of nature giving us that food. So that is what we're celebrating, and especially because the sun and the earth, which are the reason we have seasons, and our ancestors have been tuned into that for a long time. That's how they decided when to stay, when to leave, when to sow, when to harvest. This has been a tradition for millennia, and so we're celebrating that tradition here. So I want to first thank the sun and the earth, our father and mother, for making life possible, and this joyous gift that is life possible. And the next entity I want to thank is really a whole lot of people who came before us, those who stewarded this land here, the natives of America, and those who have taught us, wherever we came from, how to tend to the land, how to live in harmony with nature. So our ancestors, that's whom I want to thank next. And I saw those kids there, from thinking about the past, my thought immediately goes to the future. All the people of the past have shown us how to retain this wonderful world for us and for the upcoming generations. They've shown us, that's why we're here even. So we have that same responsibility to transfer a working planet to our children. And I was thankful to see the kids here from Dante Alighieri School, and thanks to Principal Gorham for bringing them here, and thanks for Miss Heather to make sure that they got here on time and were able to present the poem. And so thank you, Dante Alighieri School. And many people here who have been very much part of this work have not been pointed out. It's hard to call everyone out. I see community leaders like Sandra Najjar from the Soup Kitchen. And I saw Veronica Robles, who brings joy to every occasion with song and dance and traditional art form. So there are many like that. And I see Fiona here. Fiona is an artist resident with the city, and she's created this beautiful, brilliant, vibrant colors here that you see. And we are very proud to host artists in this space, to make space for them where they can express all that is good in them. We're very proud to have you here, Fiona. I should thank farmers who grow our food. And we're a farm here, but we can't possibly grow food that's enough for our community even, right? Or even for one street. But not yet. Not yet. Thank you. What we do is connect with rural farmers and make it possible for them to sustain their business, and at the same time for people in the community to get good, healthy, nutritious food. And that also creates jobs in the community. So that approach, what that does is it destigmatizes. Nobody has to think, oh, I need food aid. Should I go there? Everybody will know that I'm in need of help. No, because we don't distinguish between people who need the help for free or affordable price or for full price. We do not do that distinction, so nobody knows which category you may be in when you come to pick up food here. So it's destigmatized, and it is good for the individual because we're focusing on healthy, organically grown produce. It's good for the community because we all become stronger through these methods, and because we connect with each other, and we can help each other out. We all know from COVID that some of us are affected more than others, so unless we're connected with each other, we can't be a strong community, and it's also healthy for the planet as a whole. I see Rose slipping out. Thank you, Rose. He's a strong supporter and advocate of Eastie Farm. Eastie, yeah. I don't know if Commissioner Ashley Randall made it, but she did want to come. She may be coming in a little bit later, MDAR Commissioner. So I want to thank all the public officials here. I know public service, I mean, I kind of have an idea. I haven't held an elected office, but I feel that I can realize how hard it is to balance the long-term interests of the ecosystem, of the people, with the short-term interest that is everywhere in our system. So that must be extremely hard. Thank you so much for working to face that challenge and keep the long-term interests of the public in your minds always. Our mayor, I know, as a city councilor, with the good food purchase policy, with the local wetlands ordinance, with so many other things, community choice electricity, which we're using here. So all of that has been, while you were in the council, started, and now as the mayor, you're helping implement all that. And we really appreciate how you go about doing the work of creating a livable climate for all of us by focusing on those who need that support most first. Thank you. I want to thank the board, the staff, and the volunteers of Eastie Farm. And this is a lot of people doing a lot of work away from the camera, away from blog posts, away from social media. And when nobody knows what they're doing, but what they're doing is extremely critical to making all this happen. When you look at something like this greenhouse wasn't plonked here, right? It took a lot of labor, a lot. I say brain, brawn, and heart, because it is easy to have the intelligence to solve problems. It's easy to have the muscle too. You just got to go to the gym often enough. But it is not always easy to have the heart to keep going, to face all the trouble that comes along the way, right? And they do come. No matter what you want to do, I feel like if you want to do good, especially, they come a lot. So you really have to face that, and that requires you to have the heart. So thank you for everyone who's participated in one way or the other towards this. And thank you, the media, for being here to help tell a story. And thank you all for being here. Happy spring. Yeah. So there's some food here. Feel free to have some food, hang out. And for those of you who didn't get the tour earlier, you can get it later. Please hang out here. We're here, and any questions you have, we're here to answer.